Shirley, you are with an agency, Home Instead, which is a fantastic agency that helps you keep your loved one in your home. And I'd like you to address your experiences taking care of your mom for 17 years, and then your caregiving role with your patients, and then how an agency can help you facilitate your desires. Okay, start.
Oh, start, okay. No, it started, I think, 17 years ago, taking care of my mom. You know, I moved home because of the Alzheimer's diagnosis of her, and I wasn't ready to put her into a facility, so I took her in. Coming from the business world, had no clue. No information to be gathered out there for the in-home care person. So I muddled through that, and I learned a lot. And just by putting myself into her spot, her dignity, the scaredness. I mean, you could see the fear on her face, read it, understand it. So jumping through, I had to put her into a facility for her own safety. And then I worked with the facility on that. And then it became apparent that I needed more. I couldn't go back to the business world. So it was like, okay, I need to find something that I can use what I have learned from taking care of my mom. So I started searching the companies out there. And I was lucky. I found Home Instead for senior care. They cover all types of dementia, aging process, and hospice. And so I went to work for them. And I've been with them for 7 years. Alzheimer's and hospice is my passion.
And you and Home Instead were invaluable, along with the visiting nurses, for taking care of Glenn. And as you know, I kept him home for 7 years. And then because of safety and because my mom was dying, I had to put him into a facility. Mm-hmm. And then when they could no longer take care of him, I brought him home.
There comes my memory.
There comes your memory.
I take a memory from every single client, we call them our clients, that we interface with. And I was called to the facility, if you remember correct.
Right.
And because they could not watch him and around the clock. So I met you, and I met Glenn. And I'll never forget one Saturday afternoon, you coming into the room and said, I need to bring him home, Shirley. Mm-hmm. And I turned to Glenn, and you did. Glenn, you want to go home?
And he did the next day at 12 o'clock.
And the next day, the ambulance arrived, and we brought him home. And my memory continues because I was there when he saw his room.
You were there to make it Shirley-fied.
Shirley-fied the room, yes.
And
yes,
we had everything
yes.
organized, and it was
Yes.
wonderful. And it happened to be in his old office.
It was his old office, and he recognized it. Mm-hmm. And there are those little moments, and I think each one of us caregivers, from our agency and any agency, if you are a caregiver, you'll see these little glimmers. Every once in a while, there's a little moment that there is the real person there. And it's something we can never, ever forget.